Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get ahead while others stay stuck, even though they work just as hard or even harder? Why is it that a few small daily habits can create such a huge difference over time? If you've ever felt like success is just out of reach, or that big achievements are only for the lucky or talented, then this summary of The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson is for you. This is a direct, straightforward audiobook summary designed to fit this complete book into a bite-sized format under 15 minutes. I've pulled the most important key takeaways from this book and packed them all in here for you. If you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe to Audiobook Focus for more daily summaries that help you grow in every area of your life. Let's not waste any time. Let's dive right in. Jeff Olson's book, The Slight Edge, is all about how simple disciplines done consistently over time lead to massive success and happiness. At its heart, the book isn't about doing big, dramatic things. It's about doing small, easy things every single day. Things that are so easy to do that they're also easy not to do. That's the trap. The difference between people who live amazing lives and those who stay stuck is not luck, skill, or intelligence. It's whether or not they take those tiny steps, day in and day out. Olson shares how he used this principle to turn his own life around. He went from being broke and directionless to building several successful businesses. And he didn't do it by discovering a secret formula. He did it by shifting how he looked at everyday choices. Whether it was reading 10 pages of a personal development book, making one more sales call, or eating a slightly healthier meal, Olson began to see how these tiny decisions added up over time. The slight edge is always working. Either it's working for you or against you. When you choose to do the small positive things every day, like exercising for 20 minutes, reading instead of scrolling, or drinking water instead of soda, you start to move in a positive direction. But when you skip those things, telling yourself it doesn't matter today, you begin a downward slide. The key is recognizing that everything matters. No action is neutral. Olson explains that success is not a big leap. It's not something you suddenly arrive at. It's a curve that builds slowly, almost invisibly, and then eventually compounds into results that people call overnight success. But nothing about it is overnight. That's why consistency is more important than intensity. Most people want results fast. They start strong, but then quit when they don't see immediate progress. The Slight Edge reminds us that real growth is quiet, slow, and steady. If you can stick with the process, your results will eventually take off. Another key part of the book is the idea that your philosophy shapes your actions. Most people look for quick fixes because they believe success should be fast. That belief leads them to bounce from one strategy to another, never sticking with anything long enough to see results. Olson argues that we need to change our philosophy, to believe that small actions matter, and that time is on our side if we're consistent. Once you believe that, your behavior starts to align with your goals. He also talks about how people often live by default instead of by design. They let life happen to them instead of taking control. The Slight Edge is about making deliberate choices, even when they don't seem urgent. It's about becoming aware of your direction and realizing that every day, every action, every thought is part of your path. Olson suggests using daily habits as your steering wheel. When you choose the right habits, you steer your life toward success. Olson uses personal stories and examples from others to show how the Slight Edge has helped people improve their finances, health, relationships, and careers. One story that stands out is about a man who started walking around the block every morning. That one habit led to other healthy habits, better moods, better focus at work, and eventually a promotion. It didn't happen overnight, but it started with one tiny, easy step. That's the power of the Slight Edge. One of the most encouraging messages in the book is that the Slight Edge is always available to everyone. You don't need special skills or money. You just need to be willing to do the small things that lead to big results. Olson calls these simple disciplines the foundation of success. And while they may not seem important at first, they are the only path to real, lasting change. Another thing Olson emphasizes is tracking your progress. He recommends writing down your goals, your daily habits, and your progress. When you see the steps you're taking and the small wins you're achieving, it keeps you motivated. It also helps you stay on course. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to drift. But with a daily routine and a tracking system, you take ownership of your growth. He also warns about the dangers of letting comfort and convenience take over. Most of the things that help you grow are easy to do, but they're also easy to skip. Watching TV instead of reading, eating fast food instead of cooking, skipping a workout instead of moving your body. These choices might feel good in the moment, but they slowly pull you away from your goals. The Slight Edge teaches us to make those hard but better choices, even when no one's watching. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is that you don't need to take massive action. You just need to stay in motion. Keep doing the right things, even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. That's when it matters most, because those are the moments that shape your future. Another point Olson drives home is the importance of building momentum. He explains that just like a snowball rolling down a hill, your small daily actions gain more power over time. The longer you stay consistent, the stronger the momentum gets. This momentum then begins to carry you forward even when you're tired, discouraged, or distracted. It becomes easier to make good choices because those choices have become habits. Momentum turns discipline into lifestyle. Olson also talks about how the Slight Edge can be applied to every area of life, not just career or money. He shares stories about how it can strengthen relationships, improve emotional health, and even bring a sense of purpose and fulfillment. For example, sending a kind message to your partner daily, expressing gratitude to your coworkers, or spending a few quiet minutes meditating can have a ripple effect on your overall well-being. These small positive choices don't just improve results, they change your experience of life. He encourages readers to think of their life as a set of compounding curves. Each habit you build creates a new curve. Whether it's health, learning, finances, or relationships, every action you take is either creating an upward curve or a downward one. The key is to always ask yourself, is this action taking me where I want to go? Olson also explains the difference between failure and learning. Most people fear failure, thinking it means they're not cut out for success. But in the Slight Edge philosophy, failure is part of the process. Each mistake is feedback. When you miss a day or slip up, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on the path. That's what successful people do. They don't let failure define them. They use it to grow. So how can you start living the Slight Edge in your own life? Let's look at 5 key takeaways and how you can apply them starting today. First, recognize that your daily habits matter more than you think. Choose one small habit that supports your long-term goal. Whether it's reading for 10 minutes a day, drinking more water, or journaling, commit to it daily for the next 30 days. Second, shift your mindset from quick results to long-term growth. Remind yourself that you're playing the long game. Put up a reminder somewhere that says, "Small steps every day." It will keep you grounded when you're tempted to quit. Third, track your progress. Create a simple journal or checklist to mark your daily wins. This will keep you motivated and help you see how far you've come, even when it feels slow. Fourth, surround yourself with positive influences. Find books, podcasts, or people who reinforce the Slight Edge philosophy. Avoid negativity and people who make excuses or pull you off course. Fifth, be patient and kind to yourself. There will be days when you slip up. That's okay. What matters is that you get back on track. The Slight Edge is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent over time. In conclusion, the Slight Edge is a reminder that you already have everything you need to succeed. You don't need to wait for a big break or a perfect moment. Success and happiness come from the small decisions you make every day. They may not seem like much now, but they add up to everything. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. So, take the next small step, and then the next. That's how you build the life you want. If you've made it to the end of this audiobook summary, that means you're serious about creating real, lasting change in your life. The full audiobook is linked in the description if you want to go deeper into Jeff Olson's powerful message. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Audiobook Focus for more life-changing summaries like this every day. And if you're still with us, drop a comment saying, "Small Steps Daily." I'll do my best to like and reply to every single one. Until next time.